Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Astrological Intentions. I am your host, Alex Reevy, along with the Aegean aerialist herself, Sandy.
I was being a starfish in the ocean, in the sea.
It is episode 270, September 25th. Let's get right into it. In the transits, we have today Mercury trine Jupiter retrograde.
Say yes to whatever.
Friday, September 29th, full moon at 6 degrees Aries.
Get up early to see it.
Same day, Venus square Uranus retrograde.
Take a quick date night.
And Saturday, September 30th, Mercury trine Uranus retrograde.
Share in order to learn.
Stay tuned for this episode of Astrological Intentions.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river, wash yourself clean so you can deliver you.
Hello, Aegean aerialist.
Well, I don't know if it's because I'm with Ariel in the Aegean Sea, or that I was doing.
Realize that's even better than what I thought.
Right, you wish that. Yeah, no, I'm still with Ariel Gutman and my friend Zeffie here, and we went on a long boat ride yesterday, and got to a part of the sea, and we just all jumped out into this blue clear water. And I was doing all kind, and you didn't even need anything to float. It was just,
Wow.
it's so full of yummy. I still have it in my hair, sea salt, that you just float. You're just buoyant.
Yeah.
So it was
It
fun
looked
doing
fabulous.
jumping. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'll never forget that day.
Mhm.
And that was just yesterday.
That was just yesterday. Well, we are recording this in two different locations in Greece since I am headed off to the airport today in order to make it back to the States. Sandy's staying a few extra days. I'm jealous, but yes, we will be stateside back and in the swing of things soon again. So I wanted to go direct to all of you listeners. Thank you so much for your feedback. This is another one from the Greece Retreat group chat. And it says, made it on the plane back to Chicago. What a wonderful experience. I loved meeting new people and reuniting with my old friends. Thank you all for your patience and support. Safe travels wherever you may go. This is from SW, and she was a inspiration to the entire group. The patience and support she's talking about was after a open heart surgery. She climbed the stairs and many more, but specifically was a goal for her to climb the stairs of this beautiful monastery that was on the side of it was on a cliff side. And we went up and we said our prayers and we set our intentions, and we also got a shot from the monks of the monastery, a little rocket shot.
Yeah.
Unexpected, but yes, she made it all the way up the stairs. It was over 300 steps, and all the way back down, all on her own. So she really turned out to be such an inspiration for everyone at the retreat.
And just really a great Athenian female warrior.
Yes. So shout out to you. You know who you are. And I'm happy you are back safe in Chicago. So let's move on to the transits, where we have a fairly light week. We're going to start off today, Monday, September 25th, Mercury trine Jupiter retrograde.
Yeah, this is the third of three passes. So Mercury's just coming out of his shadow. He makes this trine to Jupiter. And you remember, it's like say yes to whatever is asked. You should have all the details now that you might have been, bouncing around or considering or hemming and hawing around since the first time of the pass, which was August 9th. It's that first week in August. If anything was like, should I, shouldn't I don't know. can't decide, I don't know how to do this, any of those questions, you may have the details now.
Mhm.
For me, it's organizing my um, my Egypt retreat. That's why one of the reasons why I'm back. I stayed back here to discuss, because Egypt's just a hop and a jump from here in
Really
Greece.
is. Yeah.
So just discussing it with my good friend and energy healer channeler Zephy, who we're discussing that today. So perfect.
Yes. And so the next transit, we jump to Friday, September 29th. We have two here. The first is full moon at 6 degrees of Aries.
Yeah, it's at 4:58 a.m. in Chicago time, so I'll certainly be home by then, but get up early to see it. It's it's really like make an effort to cut something out in order to balance. And the reason why I titled it that, because it's a full moon in Aries. So that means that the sun is in Libra, the moon is opposite the sun in Aries. And there's reception here, meaning that the sun rules Aries. It's exalted in Aries. And so there's no other aspect. Um, there's no other planet within a aspect orb to this 6 degrees of either the sun or the moon. So really it's like, but we have to think about the Aries is ruled by Mars. So there is some sort of cutting or some sort of separation or some sort of um, sharp tool maybe to cut something out in order to balance, right? So like, is there something that on the scale of Libra that is out of balance, and instead of adding something to the lesser amount, you cut something off of the heavier amount, right?
Mhm.
Let
Right.
something go there so that the scales can equal each other again. And so that's what this full moon is about, because it's 2 weeks ago we had the new moon. 2 weeks later, here on this Friday, we have the full moon. I mean, I'm watching that moon in here in Greece, and of course we watched it from the new moon, can't hardly see, to the crescent moon, and we're coming up to the 3/4 moon, the first quarter moon. So
Mhm.
it'll take another week to get to the full moon. So yeah, it's just what needs to be kind of kicked off the weight scale, right? What do you need to push off to regain equilibrium, right?
It's a good visual because we all understand that. And it was very cool that we were able to see the constellation of those scales and learn so much about it during the Greece retreat.
Yeah, I mean, scales are all over here, with the god of justice, goddess of justice. Yeah, and it's just when I went to the National Archaeology Museum, of course, we saw that they're gold scales. It's a I think it was a 3000 BC scale that was in a glass case. So really,
Wow.
just really interesting that the scale setting up what's too much and what's not enough, right?
Yeah. And so let's move on to the next transit, Friday, September 29th, Venus square Uranus retrograde.
Yeah, this is 3 out of 3 again. Venus is still in shadow. Venus is meeting up with the Uranus again, and there's reception here, which means that Uranus in Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is looking at Uranus by a 90-degree square angle. So, yeah, even though this is a square, it's still a benefic Venus, and she's the ruler of where Uranus is, like the home. Uranus is visiting, um, Venus's abode or domicile. So, take a
Mhm.
quick date night or change your friendly plans today. Change things up. You don't have to do the same thing that was planned. It's like maybe even have a clear day on this Friday, especially in the afternoon, so that maybe you can spontaneously change something or spontaneously do something. So I like this. I like this angle.
It is always fun. It's a like mini surprise. So let's move on to the last transit of this week, Saturday, September 30th, Mercury trine Uranus retrograde.
Right. This is share in order to learn. It's about brilliant minds, brilliant thoughts. This is the first meetup or the first aspect that Mercury, because now on this Saturday 30th, he's out of shadow. And so now he's making new aspects that he had made during his retrograde. And so it's a trine. It's like, wow, I've got this great idea, but if I don't share it, I won't learn maybe the next step or learn how people can cooperate in planning. Because so it's the first meetup. It's like the inventor is meeting up with the detail planner. So really, it's easy to understand how to work on a project together or something that's quite inspiring.
Yeah, it does. That is like such a great part of teamwork is really that sharing of sharing your knowledge, sharing what you know, and then in doing that makes it more comfortable for everyone else to share what they know. And there you do come to a conclusion, come to a solution, come to a place where everyone is contributing and learning.
Yeah, and I know that it's not, this aspect doesn't come in till the 30th, but it's applying currently, and just meeting all these women from, these are all Zephy's friends or people that have come onto this Greek island that are from other parts of the country. And we met a woman from Austria the other night who's kind of doing the same thing that we're all doing, looking
Other
for
parts of the world.
Yeah, a French woman last night, a Wales woman. They're all coming because they all know Zephy. So a British man that had the boat yesterday, and they're all looking for their next thing, right? And it's just so interesting and inspiring because it gives one confidence that, oh, I'm doing the same thing and I don't even know you. And we're converging in an area that we can be
So
acquaintances
unfortunately,
or
because we are
friends.
moving and grooving back
It's
to
really
the
cool.
US,
Yeah.
we are out of time for this episode. I know it's super short, but we will be back to tell you all the details and more about our trip to Greece and the upcoming events. So thank you everyone for joining us this week for another episode. And we hope to see you September 30th for the October forecast and PDF cheat sheets that will be on Patreon. So head over to patreon.com/chattingwiththestars. And I think that's pretty much all the quick, short synopsis that I can give you. So until next week, thank you everybody for listening in.
Kalimara.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you, the story of you. The story of you, the story